I'm worried about Hytale. What's up guys, it's Between, welcome back to another video. Now before this video starts, I just want to say hi, my name is Hytale. I've been covering Hytale pretty much since the game was announced, so if you're interested in Hytale at all, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell if you're a real one. We know a lot about Hytale, we know it's going to be big, we know it's going to be ambitious, but we still do have a lot of reasons to be skeptical about it. The first one being, it has been in development for probably way too long. It has been around 5 years since the original announcement trailer, but the game didn't start development then. We know that it started a long time before then, back when Hytale was actually a lot smaller than what it is now. They wanted to make a game and they started working on it. So the game has just been in development for ages, so long. And the fact that we have nothing playable from all that time does bring up quite a lot of red flags. But kind of tying into that, the reason the game has been delayed so long is because it has gone through 3 major versions. The first is pre-announcement, back when Hypixel were working kind of secretly and on their own. The second is post-announcement, when they had massive hype for the game, and I'm guessing they were kind of panicking because they didn't really know what to do. And the third one is post-riot. This is when they started to organize their team, hire many more people, start to kind of increase the scope, and fully worked on the game with the intention of coming to PC, console, and mobile, which has been confirmed, by the way. The game has gone through 3 major versions, and this is a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. It's a bad thing because the game really hasn't had much focus for a very long time up until recently. It starts to put into question the accuracy of their original promises. But at the same time, going through 3 major development versions, I'm guessing you do learn quite a lot from it. And between these versions, you don't need to make new art, new animations, because a lot of the stuff is already there, so they didn't have to remake the game from scratch every single time, but they still pretty much had to make the game 3 times. So do with that what you will. Next up, this is an incredibly ambitious game. Hytale has so much to it. It's got a full single-player campaign, it's got a multiplayer mode with its own infrastructure and mini-games and stuff, and on top of that, pretty much the entire game is moddable, whatever content you want to make in it. This is incredibly ambitious, and I know they've said the team is like around 100 people, but I don't know how able they are to make that dream a reality. This is Hypixel Studios' first game, and I'm sure they've got a lot of advice and support from Riot, but I don't know whether that will be enough to kind of match the expectations from just all these sort of things we know will be there. They can't really cut individual pieces. We have seen the doorways, we have seen their focus on these individual bits, but whether or not they'll meet that goal, I think Hypixel will just keep delaying it until they make it. Hypixel has 2 choices. They can either release the game with some half-baked features, or they can just keep on delaying it over and over until it's right, until their team can accomplish their vision for the game. And I honestly think that's what they're going to keep doing. But apart from that, the game has so many branching paths that it doesn't really have a clear direction on what it wants to be. We don't know what type of game the adventure mode will be. We don't know the extent of how minigames will work, how far you can take that, if you can have open-ended like factions type stuff with a consistent perpetual world, or whether it's all just condensed into like instanced short experiences. We don't know how extensive the modding tools will be, if you'll pretty much be able to create entire games, or just be able to create basic stuff like models or animations or a couple of new zones or stuff like that. We don't know the extent that the game will be, and we haven't really been told what it would be. I feel like we could be told what it would be without them having to spoil too much. Just a little general hint about what the game would be and the amount of stuff we will be able to do in it, I don't think would completely ruin our expectations or experience when we actually do get to play it. That would be nice, and the fact that we haven't really got that yet kind of makes me think that they don't know either. I think they're kind of trying to test the water still with how much they can do, but even so, how much can you test? How far can you go? How long can you make us wait? How long can you wait until the next Minecraft competitor comes out? You know, you've only got so much time until we start to just completely lose our trust. Even just like the slight bit of communication, which goes on to my next point, we just have radio silence. We have nothing. we've got no postcards, no blogs, no nothing for ages, and it's kind of starting to be a bit worrying. Even just the smallest bit of information, like there's a lot they could talk about that makes us confident that they're still actively working on the game and going in the right direction that won't completely ruin the experience. There's a lot they could do, and the fact that they're not doing anything to kind of talk to us, I think is a bit worrying. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching today's video. If you liked it, leave a like. If you disliked it, leave a dislike. This is one part of a two-part video, so be sure to watch the other part. I'll probably link it here, or it'll be at the end of the video. Subscribe if you're new. Thanks for watching, and tap out. Peace.